Welcome back. This is Good to Know. We only focus on the positive here. I'm your host, Lindsay Boach. And you're about to be impressed, inspired, maybe a little bit envious of this 8-year-old in Virginia who has his first music video already, and it has a positive message for everyone.
You think all hope is lost? I was out of school and I was sad because I missed my friends and teachers.
Out of school because of the coronavirus pandemic, he translated his sorrow into music.
Don't give up.
He had never written one before, but when I came home the next day, he had his chorus all written out and a tune for it.
I'm there for you.
It didn't start as a music video, though.
He was just kind of struggling with his emotions a little bit. And so when I encouraged him to journal his feelings, he was like, well, I think I'm just going to write a song.
We went a lot of places to do it, and my dad put the song together, but I was the one who sung it.
Now, Matthew and his crew filmed at different locations throughout Suffolk. One of them, the playground here at Bill Jesse Park, as well as the dock over there by the lake. Now, Matthew says some of his friends didn't know they were in the video.
They didn't know I was doing it until they watched it. We're all in this together.
Now, the big question, is there going to be another song?
I'm probably going to make another one.
And when can we expect it by?
Maybe in a year.
And we'll keep our ears tuned in.
When you think all hope is lost, find a new way just to move on and on and on and on and on.
It gives people a sense of relief, you know, it helps us through the hardest times.
Such a melting pot on the corner selling.
He's a 30-year-old piano player, singer, and Baruch College music student who found an unusual way to give back and connect with his neighbors during this socially distant pause by opening up the windows from his third-floor East 90th Street courtyard-facing apartment and blasting the speakers. Cameron Hart gives 2 daily 15-minute concerts at 6 and 7 p.m. His neighbors show their appreciation on his GoFundMe page, his live Instagram feed, from their windows, and in person.
Thank you for taking my dedication request.
At a time when we're social distancing, he's connecting with the community. And it's been so important for me and my friends and my neighbors to schedule our days around his performances.
And an equally inspiring New Yorker is local filmmaker Ted Maniatakis, who, along with other filmmaker friends, created this video to thank our frontline workers, including his sister, a nurse, and a friend, an EMT.
I'm out there clapping for everybody, and people across the street from me held up a sign that said, "Clap because we care." And from there, I thought, well, that'd be a great slogan in a video, or a great title for a video.
And then there are the anonymous New Yorkers who are inspiring all of us every day by placing signs in bars and restaurants and even on boarded-up businesses to say, "Stay strong and be tough, New York."
Music just has this magical power to bring us together, and we see it time and time again. And in Nashville, there's a familiar voice that's helping out.
Where music was once booming through the streets is now replaced by silence. Musician Joe Bommersbach, who goes by Blind Joe, used to play here all the time.
I play Tootsies, Rippies, Kid Rocks, and Honky Tonk Central.
Blind Joe was a contestant on this show, The Voice. He decided to move to Nashville with his wife 6 months ago to pursue his passion for music. That passion is also his livelihood. But COVID-19 has made that extremely difficult for him lately.
It's impacted us greatly. You know, our living comes from tips that we make on Broadway. And so obviously we've been out of work now for a little over a month,
forcing him to switch gears in how he earns a paycheck. Blind Joe has taken his talents to Facebook Live, putting on performances every Wednesday and Saturday night at 7 in what he calls Lockdown Live.
Plus, they don't have to pay for a concert ticket. You know, there's no money involved. There's no nothing. They just sit at home and get their families together and rock out.
Blind Joe has made it easy for you to send him tips in the comfort of your own living room. All you have to do is go on his website. On his website, there's a donate button that folks can click. If you like what you hear, you can send him a virtual tip to show your appreciation. Blind Joe says every bit helps.
We were denied unemployment, and we haven't received our stimulus check yet. So we're just kind of floating through on Facebook and hoping for the best. I'm even learning how to cook up on a big old book.
And just like how music can bring people together, Blind Joe believes hardships do the same. As we all do our part to fight this pandemic, he's reminded that we are all in this together and is grateful for his fans' continued support.
Can y'all hear that? I've always had a heart for seniors.
Stefani Scovolo teamed up last week with two fellow musicians to perform a Zoom concert for Azalea Trace Assisted Living.
I see them blue for me and you. Sometimes I will go by there, but now with all this, we can't really go in person. So I thought it was a great way to bring the same thing I would bring in person, you know, to them.
Her friends from Los Angeles joined in on the piano and trumpet. She said this kind of entertainment is important for seniors, even under normal circumstances.
Time kind of stands still sometimes in a nursing home because they don't have a lot of entertainment and the staff is just trying to keep up with the care and things like that. And it's very important to have these little things that lift up their day.
The East Nashville singer selected standards. She says Music City welcomed her to town last year, and this was the least she could do for her neighbors now.
Having this community has really helped me personally. Azalea, we love you. And I feel like I can dive in and help others. We're thinking of you.
Put on your dancing shoes or your slippers, whatever makes you the happiest. Proms are going virtual this spring.
I mean, senior year, you always want your prom to be fun, especially like if you're planning it. So we always try to do that, but now this year, like we can't.
Sure, an online dance party may not be ideal for graduating seniors, but it's a solution a San Diego DJ is happy to offer.
The kids if they want to dress up and act like it's a real prom, that's cool too. If they want to, just hang out and, in their living room in PJs and just party and just enjoy the music, whatever they want it to be, I just want them to have that experience.
And while this doesn't really replace the real thing, it is awesome to see all of the love going out to the class of 2020. Dance break, anyone?
It was a little disappointing hearing that we wouldn't get that opportunity.
Meet Jackson Grant and Sydney Johnston, seniors at Lawrence Free State High School. When the pandemic hit and school buildings were locked, teens everywhere were devastated.
It was really heartbreaking for me. I loved high school and I loved going to Free State.
All those special end-of-year events canceled.
I just really wanted to go to prom. I really wanted a prom. I really wanted a graduation. Those were my two things where this is like my end.
But not all hope was lost. Johnston's boyfriend had something up his sleeve on Saturday, the day prom was supposed to happen.
I just kind of was up late thinking about ways I could surprise her, and I just came to the conclusion that the best way to do it was just show up dressed up, ready to have our own little social distancing prom.
He got her parents to tell a little white lie so she would dress up, and when she went outside, she found this. A driveway prom. From flowers, decorations, dinner, and a movie.
We both pulled in our cars in the back of my garage and just opened our trunks and kind of just sat there and would occasionally poke our heads out and say hi to each other.
The Lawrence seniors say while they wanted to have a prom with their friends, this was a perfect alternative.
Just spending time together and having something that we could, make the best of it. It was great.
I have that memory of that was my prom. That was my senior prom, and I'm perfectly okay with that.
Finally, a fairy tale happy ending. That's definitely good to know.
A fist pump of triumph because Tom Sheffield knows how far he's come.
The last 10 days of recovery has just been, you don't get it done without all of these good people.
The 64-year-old just beat COVID-19. He spent the past month in the intensive care unit at Ascension Columbia St. Mary's Hospital in Ozaukee County. At times, nurses and staff didn't think he would make it.
He had multiple different treatments. He was so incredibly critically ill at times that we didn't really think that he was going to make it.
But Tom fought to see this day when he could be reunited with his wife. That moment came on their 30th wedding anniversary.
Friends, family, and the whole staff here made it happen, and our family is grateful. We are blessed.
Right before Tom was discharged, the couple celebrated their love by renewing their vows in a private ceremony held inside the hospital.
She's the rock.
We'll never forget any of them. We'll never forget this day, our anniversary.
Tom says his wife has been his rock during his road to recovery, but he says it's the compassion and the dedication of the healthcare workers here that truly saved his life.
When they talk about healthcare workers and dedication and passion, compassion and so forth, they exemplify all of that every day, every day. So, I wish you could see that.
Congratulations, and here's to another 30 years. Well, we've celebrated a lot today. Milestone birthdays, special adoptions, even 9 co-valedictorians. What are you celebrating? Look for the positive, and I know that you'll find a reason to dance, and that's good to know.